Welcome back to my channel Grow with Arushi. If you're new here, hi, I'm Arushi, a final year BA Psychology student, also working as a HR intern, and I have recently secured a seat at Christ Bangalore's Central Campus for MSc Psychology. In this video, I'm going to give an exact roadmap, a literal blueprint along with list of resources and my own strategy so that if you're aiming for Christ, you can get into. Well, without further ado, let's quickly get started. I'll start from the very first step, form filling. A lot of students treat it like an admin task. Please don't do this. Treat it like your first interview. Notice small things, the extracurricular drop down, the CGPA calculation method, and so much more. It will give you an edge when you appear for the interview because you know what the Christ University is looking for. So you can state those exact points from your student life, from your journey so far, in the introduction in the interview. Next, the entrance exam itself. For the syllabus, please stick to the official website. Do not go to 10 different sources. You will get more confused because often the other websites are not as updated as the university website itself is in terms of syllabus of its own entrance test. Moreover, don't go for 10 different sources for each topic. See the weightage of the topics that are listed and then accordingly pick up your sources. For one topic, 1 or 2 sources maximum, but do them thoroughly. That will help you more than reading 10 sources or 10 websites or referring to 10 toppers' talks. Second mistake that I noticed commonly in my peers was that most of them ended up attempting 120 out of 120 questions. Great if you know all of them, but usually you don't. That is the whole point why negative marking exists. So attempt the 70 to 80 questions that you are really sure of. 10 plus minus is okay, like you can attempt a few which you are 50% sure of, 75% sure of by using elimination technique. Otherwise, when you are not at all sure, not understanding the question, don't try to be over smart. You will get negative marking and lose the score that you had established. Yes, you getting admitted is not completely based on the entrance test, but still it does have weightage. So don't do silly mistakes here and play on your strengths. Moving on to the next part, which is in-person round. This is divided into 3 subparts. First is a skill assessment. Second, an in-person interview, and third, a small micro presentation. Going to the skill assessment, this is different for each stream. For HRDM, it was writing a statement of purpose. Why do you think you are a good fit for Christ? So you get an A4 size sheet, a question typed on it. You have to enter your details, the name, the application number, etc. and write your answer. But focus on giving your answer structure. Don't keep on writing. Otherwise, you will run out of time because there's a really short time limit and the chances of your answer looking incomplete is more. So divide it in your head, intro, body, conclusion, and write it accordingly. Giving each part of the answer as much depth as it is needed. That's it. When you go for the interview, yes, your heartbeat will race and you will feel very nervous, but try your best to calm yourself down. Use the 5 4 3 2 1 technique. Use breathing tools. Try to stay as calm as possible because out of nervousness or excitement, it is possible that you mispronounce things, you end up saying something totally different, and the chances of errors increase. When they are asking you a question, don't immediately jump into answering. Take a minute or two to frame the answer in your head and then say it out aloud. If you don't know a thing or two, that is perfectly fine. You can admit that. You can say that you will read on it. You will look up about it. But don't bluff your answers there. They are not there to look for an expert per se. They are simply testing if you are someone who is willing to learn and will fit into Christ University well. Coming to the last part, micro presentation. Yes, this is the scariest part because topics can be random. There's no really list or something that you can look up for it. However, practice small topics at home, something that's relevant in mental health space. For example, in December, when I had appeared for it, the topic of AI was really trending. So in my head, I had a few topics listed. I wrote them down and I practiced saying out aloud on the topic for a minute or two. Here, what you can do is form your opinions about the current affairs. A balanced opinion, not too extreme, but something that reflects your own thoughts on the things in mental health space or psychology in general going around. For the April attempt or the April round, my guesses would be around the budget, the NIHMANS thing, especially for clinical psychologists, on how it could perhaps impact, or AI, or any such tools or devices that are coming up in mental health space. So figure out a few topics, practice it aloud in front of mirror, in front of your parents, make your sibling hear it, do whatever it takes, just a minute or two, and this will impact or show up when you actually give the micro presentation. Because again, the time is very less to think. Your thoughts can form, but a structure or a speech that takes practice. So even if you start like micro presentation practiced a week before, it will be fine, but try your best to practice. The list of resources is included in a Google Doc that has been attached to the description. Feel free to check it out, and I really hope that this video helps you. Let's meet in June.